quarterback carousel slowly coming to a stop. Kyler Murray got off at the Minnesota Vikings. Malik Willis got off at the Miami stop. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast, the global authority on coaching leadership, where coaching wisdom meets real talk. I am your host, Dr. Keith Adams, and on today's Top Shelf Tuesday edition, all in versus all out, we've got some teams pushing their chips to the middle and others saying, we'll see you next season. We'll also talk about the offseason quarterback carousel, some of the most underrated moves, as well as the NFLPA's got a new leader. With us today is our academic and athletic consultant, George Ockett, to help us make sense of this. George, all in, we've got the entire NFC West, it seems, pushing their chips to the middle, and all out, we've got Miami making some strange, different moves. So let's talk a little bit about this. So Seattle is coming in, making moves as the defending champions. The Rams are making moves. The Rams are like the Bulls in the 90s with this last dance with Matthew Stafford. And you also have Miami, just the last person leaving the Dolphins, cut the lights off, except Malik Willis. So any move in particular catch your eye, sir?
Well, look, man, when the big one was letting Jalen Waddle go. When Miami did that, they letting the whole house go. They still owe him money on the back end that they still got to pay him. So I don't know what they're doing with that deal, but I think last time I saw cap next year is $300 million, and at least I think half of their payroll next year they're going to be paying dead money to players that are no longer on the team. So they cleaned house in in probably your least financial way of cleaning house. I mean, I understand they want to start over, but why cut loose dudes that you still owe money to? I mean, figure something out so you can get them out of there. And once Jalen Waddle saw everybody else leaving, he was like, look, man, I ain't staying around. I'm trying to go. HEN just recently got traded. So I don't know what Miami's doing. And that's the big question in the NFL. Yes, they're starting over, but what are they starting over with? They got nothing. Nothing. They traded for nothing. They have no money to go get anything. There's nothing. The cupboard is bare. So it's sad for a city that in a state that is so football rich as Miami. You talking about the Hurricanes and stuff and all the great guys that they've come out of there. Then now we're going to sit here and go through a year where Miami, I don't know if they win a game, Keith.
No, they'll win a game.
I don't know if they'll win a game. Who are they going to be?
Somebody.
No.
Well, let's flip that. The Rams, and you're a defensive guy. They got the Chiefs, Trent McDuffie, and Jalen Watson.
Yeah.
And the AFC, the NFC West has some quality quarterbacks. Is this move or these moves enough for the Rams to come in as one of your favorites for the next season?
Oh, they were going to anyway. I mean, let's be honest. Rams needed, anything is adding to what they already had. The Rams were a play away from being in the Super Bowl last year. So it wasn't like the team was in bad shape anyway. But it's like, it's arms race right now in the AFC West. And the crazy thing about it, NFC West. And the crazy thing about it is San Francisco, who used to rule the roost, is losing the arms race. Seattle and the Rams have stepped them over, and it's become war between the two of them. Now, I don't know. We'll see what Schottenheimer does. He usually finds a way to get that group playing pretty well. And it's not like you got to worry about Arizona in any way, shape, or form. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, the AFC West last year was the best division in football. This year, it's looking like it's going to probably repeat the same thing where it's going to be the best division in football.
All right, and last thing for this segment, we got the quarterback carousel slowly coming to a stop. Kyler Murray got off at the Minnesota Vikings. Malik Willis got off at the Miami stop. Those checks still clear. Tua is back in SEC country with the Falcons, and Aaron Rodgers still hadn't been picked up yet. And my hero, Kirk Cousins, hadn't hadn't signed yet.
That's right, stolen.
So what do you think about the quarterback carousel, man?
Let's look. Tua is a placeholder until
for $1.50.
Yeah, until Phoenix gets healthy. And then again, my thing with this is though you got to get a quality backup because Penix is looking like Plastic Man or Mr. Glass. Minnesota, what they always say when you got two quarterbacks, you don't have no quarterback. So they got the slight of height and they're just purely no good. So they got no quarterback out there. At least in up in Minnesota, but little man can make some plays every once in a while.
Did you say little man?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. The little man can make some plays every once in a while. Listen, I thought he was going to go back to baseball, which I thought was going to be the smartest move for him. But you know, whoever is that, let Aaron Rodgers ride off into the sunset. Don't need to hear from him. And Keith, I hate to tell you this, but after the last injury, I don't think Kirk Cousins is effective anymore.
Doesn't matter. Somebody's pay that guy some money.
I don't think he's gonna get picked up this year.
Oh man. All right. Well, appreciate that. I think somebody's gonna give Kurt some money, and Aaron Rodgers might steal some money too. So in segment 2, I'm gonna have George think about some of the underrated moves that we haven't talked about headed into this draft year that we have coming up. We'll be right back on the iCoaches Podcast.
Today's student athletes face pro-level challenges without pro-level support. The CKA SAVE project is here to change that. For 16 plus years, Dr. Keith Adams and his team have provided comprehensive academic and athletic support from middle school through post-graduation transitions. NIL guidance, transfer portal navigation, academic coaching, career planning, they've got it covered. The CKA SAVE project. When your future is on the line, experience matters. Learn more at www.ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the iCoaches Podcast. That is segment 2. We've got some underrated power plays, so I'm going to see if I can get George to bite on some of these moves. So the Denver Broncos had a 14-win season. They were the only team not to sign an outside free agent thus far, with a league high of 43 drops in 2025. They ended up picking up a wideout. Did they pick up a good one, in your opinion?
Yeah, I like the move. It's them showing that they trying to fill a need and them trying to push back to that AFC Championship game. I like their pickup right there.
All right. So let's go with the Rams and pushing it all in. Puka Nacua led the NFL in catches and yards last year, but he is entering the final year of his rookie deal with no fifth-year option. Do we go ahead and sign him now, or
that's not even a question. It's not a question. That's a guarantee. You don't let somebody as big, as physical, and with those hands, you're not going to let him walk away. You're keeping that you're keeping that at home.
All right. So Jackson Smith, give me that last name again, man.
Jackson Smith Njigba.
All right. So he's the reigning offensive player of the year. He's got a fifth-year option, but he wants to reset the market. And Jamar Chase set that at $40 million a year for a wideout. What are we doing?
I pay him what Jamar Chase is getting.
Ooh, a lot of money.
I mean, you have to. That offense does not function without him. He is the home run hitter on that offense. And you have Sam Darnold as your quarterback, who played out of his mind because he had receivers. And you're not going to take weapons away from him. You've seen him without without weapons, i.e., look at the Jets.
All right. So last one. Max Crosby got okie doke, got crossed over by the Ravens. Does he stay the whole year with the Raiders, or is this fattening up frogs or snakes? They'll play him early to trade him late. What do you think?
They got to find somebody to take him. So Crosby, I've heard so many stories about this. So Crosby has to prove that he can still get it done without any drama. And that's one big thing that was holding him back, because as soon as the Ravens backed out the deal, the Cowboys dropped out too, and the Cowboys were ready to give him first and second for. So something was some wasn't right here, and it wasn't just injury. So he's gonna have to prove they need to play him to show that he's worthwhile. So somebody will take a chance on him, and that's gonna be the big thing. Somebody taking a chance on him.
All right, but the Jalen Waddle trade is a legit thing for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They need somebody to stretch the field.
All right. Okay, so fans, in segment 3, there's a new sheriff in town in terms of the NFLPA. We're going to get George's thoughts on that. We'll be right back on the Odd Coaches Podcast. Hi, everyone. Dr. Keith Adams here. And for over 30 years, I've dedicated my life to helping student athletes succeed, not just on the fields and the courts, but in the classroom and beyond. And that's why I founded the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project understands that finding the balance between academics and athletics is crucial for long-term success. That's why the CKA Save Project offers a range of programs, including personalized consulting, mentorship, and coming in 2027, our innovative Gap Year Basketball Academy, designed to assist both young men and women reach their full potential, both on and off the court. I'm incredibly excited to announce that the CK Save Project is now partnering with the Cascade Sports Network. This partnership will allow us the opportunity to amplify our message and reach even more student athletes through the Odd Coaches Podcast and other exciting initiatives. Join the CKA Save Project and the Cascade Sports Network as we empower the next generation of student athletes. Visit CKA on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org to learn more. Let's work together to find the balance and help unlock your potential. Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast in segment 3, and I'm glad I got George here for this. So the JC Tretter era has taken place. So he is a former Brown center and a former NFLPA president. He's been elected as the union's 5th executive director, beating out a pool of over 300 candidates. So he's a players first kind of guy. Yeah, he is a former player. He served as NFLPA president from 20 to 24. He is credited with navigating the league through COVID-19, launching the NFLPA's team report card, which we love because it publicly shames underperforming franchises into making things better. He succeeds David White, who held on to the role on an interim basis, and his official start date is April 1st. Unlike some previous directors who came from a legal or an external labor background, this guy's a 9-year NFL veteran, and this kind of shows a desire from the board of player representation for a leader who's a football guy. And here's the kicker, George. Roger Goodell issued a collaborative statement highlighting their history of working together, which often gives us pause. So what do you think about this guy getting hired for this kind of profile position?
But I got a lot of questions. It's almost like a wait and see kind of thing. Yeah, he's a football guy in athletes are going to, and the players are going to love it. But at the same time, he's a football guy. So, and he's worked with Roger Goodell. So is this a guy that's going to lean into making the NFL better and not protecting the players, or what's going to happen? Does he understand all the legal things that need to happen when it comes with the collective bargaining? I know, yeah, he's a football guy, but that's where I still come back. Is he going to have the players' best interest in mind from a legal standpoint? Also, is going to be tough to that. I have to wait and see, because you call him a football guy also means that he stands behind that shield. So, are we protecting the shield? Or what? So are we protecting the shield and still trying to take care of each other? Or is he trying to make us look like we're working as a team together here, or what? I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'll wait and see what it looks like. But it is what it is. And I don't like the statement of Roger Goodell. Oh yeah, it worked for England. That red flags just go up all over the place right there, dog.
Yeah, so we all know the NFL wants 18 games. That's my benchmark. How quickly do they get to 18 games? Because they want 18 games without paying 18 game money. Okay. The next thing is they're trying to take over Thanksgiving week, and by contract they can't play on Saturdays. So they also want to have every team play an international game every year. That's a lot. So we're creeping in the Wednesday game, George. We're doing a lot of. It's still football, as you remind me. It's still a very physical game, and why are teams, playing so much on short rest? We all joke about the Thursday night games because they're historically not very good, and you got a guy who, and I read DeMorrison Smith's book, and I encourage everybody to read it because it talked about him being an outsider and the different things that he had to go through in terms of I just want to negotiate the best deal. My job is to negotiate the best deal, and hey, sometimes that's not polite, and sometimes we got to step on toes, and that's just the business we're in. So with that being said, how quickly do they fold? Because that's kind of how I'm seeing it. And I hope I'm wrong.
And that's one thing. I don't know if they're going to fold, but there'll be some kind of compromise, but it's going to happen. Whether they increase the roster to make that 18th game or what they do, there's going to be some give and take, because I'm going to go out on the limb and say at least Trotter here is going to have the players' a best interest in mind about what what it takes physically on the body to do it. So that's number one. Number two, you can forget about it. Thanksgiving or Christmas, those are done. Football has taken those. Basketball can kiss that goodbye. It's happening. And they're going to go ahead and launch internationally. It's already happened. They're going to get to a point. They're going to move to have every team play one international game. I think that's going to be the expansion, the next expansion they're going to put there. They'll probably start with a B league or a minor league over in Europe and go from there, because they want to make this a global game.
We laugh already? We did the World League of American Football.
Yeah, we did it, but we didn't do it the right way, just like we did the XFL before. But you notice when the XFL came back this time, came back in a whole different light, different situation, and now it is very muchly profitable. It is doing great service for the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's giving dudes that like to play that couldn't make the league right then and there a home to go be stars. So, yeah.
All right, man, this is good. Thank you, George. So this week, Saturday, we're going to be at the Green Turtle in Burgessville. So if you're in the district, Maryland or Northern Virginia, stop by from 5 to 9, suggested donation $50. We're going to watch the Sweet 16 of the women's tournament and the Elite 8 of the men's tournament, because I will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, And the money we raise will go to support the CKA virtual internship program, the Odd Coaches podcast, our organizational research on student athletes. Wait till you hear George's thoughts on Thursday on DraftKings and NCAA, as well as our Find the Balance grant. So on behalf of our academic and athletic consultant, George Ockert, I'm Dr. Keith Adams, saying thank you for listening and or watching the Odd Coaches podcast, also seen on the Cascade Sports Network. And we will see you on the sidelines. Until next time, take care.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. The Odd Coaches podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you subscribe to the Odd Coaches podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Follow the Odd Coaches podcast on the X platform at Odd Coaches. Follow Dr. Keith Adams and the CKA Save Project on social media at CKA Save Project. For more information about the CKA Save Project, visit them on the web at www.cksaveproject.org. See you next time on the Odd Coaches podcast.